for beginning any Christmas based.
That's how I start all my shows.
We should have worked out some harmonies beforehand.
Yeah, we need to do a bit of Band-Aid.
By the end, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Is that Band-Aid?
No,
that's
just
Queen.
Queen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Band-Aid is the do they know it's Christmas
Do
at all?
they know it's Christmas time at all? No.
We've got a singer. We've got a
beautiful.
singer with us though. We can't do this. It'll be embarrassing.
The only one who's not singing.
Because we're not paying.
That's like the equivalent of when people go, tell us a joke, and you're like, fuck off.
Oh, that happened to me on the train recently, and then he went down the train angry that I didn't give him the joke and exposed himself to another passenger instead.
Oh my god.
Could have just given him a story, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Flash
You
his
should have.
penis.
You should have.
What,
Yeah.
these were the options? Either tell me a joke, like trick or treat. Tell me a joke or I'll flash my penis.
Well,
But
no,
to someone else.
I told him to go away.
Either you tell me a joke or I flash
It's like the
that
trolley problem, isn't it?
He said I drew into his night because I wouldn't tell him a joke. So he went storming off up the train, and
To
then
ruin
this
someone
girl
else's
comes
night.
running in, and she was like, "A man up there was playing with himself, and he was looking at me." I was like, "Was he bald?" I was like, "I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
It's
Did he ask to hear any jokes?
It's because I wouldn't give him a joke.
Yeah.
Men like that should just be shot.
On
Sorry?
site.
Yeah.
Too serious?
No.
I called the transport police.
Just round them up. Round them up and kill them. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
Not you, Riggs. Not all.
No, I was going to say, as the representative of men,
Are you
I
a creep
agree.
on the train?
No, I'm not.
What's the
I'm
weirdest thing
asleep
you've
on
said
the
to someone on the
quite
train?
Huh?
I'm generally averse to being able to carry weapons.
My friend Richie once.
In that situation, I think we should be able to closed carry as women on
Yeah,
trains.
Yeah.
My friend Richie once wrote
There should
someone
be
a
one
poem
under
on
the
the
seat
train.
you can smash the glass to open.
Yeah.
I like how you said, what's the most expensive thing you've done on a train? And Riggs went, my mate Richie wrote a poem on the train. I was like,
No, but I gave
"That
it
is
to
the
someone
most disgusting
unsolicited.
That
and it was
was-
pretty-
Oh, no, that's nice.
Is it?
Oh, no.
I'm adding
No.
this on. This is going on the list now. Transport behaviour.
I thought it was
Yeah.
wrote a poem and then like pasted it up.
No,
as
no. He
poems on the underground.
We were getting off the train near Lancing, and he saw someone he liked the look of on the train, so he wrote a poem to her and folded it up and then gave it to her as he got off.
No,
With his
that's
like
quite
phone
sweet.
I think
number.
that's cute.
That's all
Unless
right.
the poem was
Yeah,
gratuitous.
unless it was
Or like a picture of his knob.
Yeah. roses are red.
Violets are blue.
Is it poetry?
I will find you.
Should we use the time?
I will be in you.
Should we use the time to work out where the cameras are? Because I didn't do that at Spirit Land, and then a lot of it was unusable.
Oh,
I'm
really?
too vain.
Yeah.
Love this outfit.
It's a very good outfit.
It's adorable.
It's I put it on and then realised it looked like I was auditioning for Heathers.
In a good way, though. We're going to be real mean, so that's fine.
Oh, that's great. I'm in character. Then.
Riggs dressed up for the occasion.
Oh, of course, yeah. I'm wearing my
I'm very
only pair of clothes that I
concerned
own.
about why he's... Have you not got a coat?
I keep. This is a coat. Is it not a coat? I keep.
No, it's not
People
a
keep
coat.
saying.
Jacket, babe.
No, you've
Jacket.
What's the difference between a jacket and a coat?
Can we not
Coat
go?
keeps you warm.
Huh?
Is everything all right?
Yeah, but literally every single person this week I've seen has said, "Why aren't you wearing a coat?" And I
really?
thought I was.
Mate,
It's very
the whole
You need to
time.
sort this out.
Get
okay.
ill.
Yeah.
I
Right.
don't feel good about this.
All right.
Look,
I-
your chest is exposed.
We just care about
Yeah.
you. That's
Have
all.
you
No,
just got the
I'm wearing
t-shirt?
my
Just a
scarf.
t-shirt,
I
yeah.
feel-
But honestly, I thought I was wearing a coat.
Put him in one of the leopard print coats.
Yeah.
You'll look great.
Very welcome to
Do you
Florida.
not? Do you have a coat?
Do you own
I'm
a
wearing
coat?
it.
We need to do a crowdfunder.
Yeah.
Just a crowdfunder.
Yeah. I need to start getting paid more for gigs, I think, so I can get myself an actual coat.
I mean, you get paid for gigs. Well done.
Yeah.
I spent all my fee for those Welsh gigs in M&S
Really?
at service stations. 'Cause I feel like money doesn't exist in the service station. I was like, 30 quid of little Waitrose stuff. Yes, I will have spinach and phyllo pasties. I'm on the road.
Business expense.
I did a gig for someone who gave me a $5 and then asked me if I had change to give him for my pay, like give him like £2.50 back or something like that. But I was like,
Are you
don't.
serious?
I was like, I don't have any change. He was like, well, I guess I'll just have to pay you a $5 then.
Was that pay what you think it's worth?
Maybe.
And then he went off down the train carriage and explained.
Exposed himself.
Whacked his knob out.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
That guy was so weird though. He was like, I'll tell you some jokes then. I was like, please don't.
No. No.
That's not even the weirdest one. The weirdest one was the guy that wanted to massage my feet.
On the train?
Yeah, he was like, can
Oh
I
my
ask you a
God.
question? I was like, oh God, you already have.
Yeah.
Didn't laugh at my joke, did he? He's like, what would you say if I asked to massage your feet? I was like, no. I'd say no. It would be a hard no. And he's like, why would the no be hard? And I was like,
Oh no.
I was like,
he
it's-
shoehorned
it's
that
the end.
euphemism in there,
it's
isn't
the
he?
N sound for me. It's just a hard sound, isn't it? No.
Have you got the British Transport Police on speed dial on your
I feel
phone?
like I should. Shouldn't
Yeah.
I?
I got foot fetish did on the train, and I didn't realise until
This
later
is a
on.
thing.
Because I didn't realise, because the guy sat down opposite me and he started asking me about my trainers, and he was saying, I want to buy my girlfriend a pair of Air Force Ones, but I don't know if they come up small or large. And then he said, can I have a look at them? And I was just not thinking. I just whipped my shoe off and put it on the table in front. And I was like, well, technically I'm a 6.5, but actually I usually wear a 7. But with these I wear a 6 because they do stretch because they're leather. And he was like, thanks. Can I touch it? I'm like, oh
no.
And he looked, and he picked up and was like, okay, that's a 6, okay. And then I was like, yeah, and I realised 2 stops later, I was like, oh shit. That's some unpaid sex work I just did. Nice one.
Some unpaid sex.
I'll be taking that back.
Yeah.
How was your day? Oh, really bad. I had to do some unpaid sex work.
Should have charged. He would have asked for change back.
Change her a $5.
My friend used to sell her old shoes and tights on eBay to
Yeah.
fetishists. She
That's a
made
good
some
idea,
good
actually.
money.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
socks. I knew a guy who sold his socks.
A guy as well.
How do you get into that? Because do you just
list them on eBay?
You don't need to get rid of any more clothes.
right? That's
You
true.
haven't got
That's
any
Keep
true.
them all.
But I need that money for a coat. I mean, I could sell some
I
socks.
was so
but-
worried about you.
I really am thinking, do we chip in?
I know. We'll do a little whip round at the
Yeah.
the dong show.
Yeah, the Dong Show. Yeah.
Oh, is that what it's called? The Dong Show?
It's called the Ding Dong Dong Show or something.
Who's on it today then?
I don't know.
We can go after. Find out.
I've got to go to Northampton.
Oh,
Oh
fun.
God,
Why?
nobody needs that.
Gigging.
Watch out on the trains, by the way. I think there's a lot of crazy people.
Rig's slapping a poem against the window.
Yeah, it wasn't my mate, by the way. It's me. It was me.
I want a poem.
Make her a
Train
poem.
poem.
On the train poem.
It's the most. It would be the most romantic thing that's happened to me for years if someone gave
Was
me a
that?
poem on the train.
don't know.
Even if it was filth. I'd be like,
Yeah.
fair play.
I think it's the creepiest thing that we've said about trains the whole time.
We haven't even started.
You could be
No.
handed a poem at any moment.
Yeah,
Has it
unsolicited
started? Have you-
poetry. Yeah, he gives the
Oh.
thumbs up about
Oh,
Tony.
well, there we are
Oh,
then.
did he?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I,
does
didn't-
it?
It's all
I-
usable.
I-
It's
I
all
thought-
usable.
I thought you knew. I thought we were.
You thought this was it? No one listens to my podcast. You
There's
all
so
come
much-
on, you start
I-
chatting shit.
No.
That's why I started pulling out all the gold. You know. It's
I
good.
just thought it was a soft open. All right.
It'll go in.
By the way, I'm really excited to gig in Northampton later.
That's why I didn't name and shame that promoter who gave me a $5 and asked for change.
Oh my god.
Wait till later.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Mouth it.
Well,
It was in Eastbourne.
I mean, what were you doing there?
Yeah, what do you expect?
I don't know if I know anyone from Eastbourne.
Okay,
They're all
cool.
old.
Yeah.
Are they?
God's waiting room there, isn't it?
Oh.
By the seaside, reasonably priced.
By the seaside.
By the seaside. Right. Welcome to the Comedy Arcade. This is a Christmas special.
All right.
Yes.
ho,
it's-
ho.
Thank God it's Christmas.
That was the conversation starter. That beautiful angel's voice you heard was Esther Manito, second year at the Christmas special.
I know, and I realised I'm wearing the same jumper.
Well,
But
it's
you
okay.
can't see the,
the
jumper
listeners
because
can't
I'm
see.
so cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, Esther's all wrapped up, and next to Esther we have Riggs times 7.
Hello.
How many Riggs is your official title? Is
Just
it-
one.
Just one.
It's one. But on Facebook there's 3, Instagram there's 4, and on Twitter there's 7.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
But
this-
there's not really much reason behind it. There's a band called Pigs Times 7, so that's why I call it Pigs Times 7.
His name's not even Riggs.
What
No.
is your name? Christopher.
My name is.
Do you
Can
like
you
what-
beat this out? My name is David.
Why can't people know that?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm running
What's
from my
your
past.
surname?
Regan.
Oh, David Regan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I did know that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, now I know. Okay, I'm putting David Regan together with Riggs. This is just
Okay.
happening for
Oh
me.
dear.
Yeah.
It was David Regan that wrote
This
the
is like-
poem.
No, because I've seen David Regan. You're on something as David Regan.
I was originally on Facebook as it.
Yes.
But then I made a new account and then I put Riggs in, but they didn't. But then they wanted a middle name and a last name, so I would put them in just same name 3
Riggs,
times.
Riggs, Riggs.
Yeah.
This
That's
is
how
like
it
when
came
Superman
about.
takes off his glasses and is a different person.
Yeah.
I'm now connecting that the two are one.
Yeah. Oh, in honor of the Christmas special and to try and brazen to get more points, this is like a point scoring thing,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
I bought mince pies. Hey. So you know,
That's amazing.
there you go.
Filled as well.
Deep
Right.
filled.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They had icing covered ones at Sainsbury's, but I thought that was too much.
Yeah,
With
that's
2
not
points
a real.
straight off the
Yeah,
bat.
there you go, 2 points.
2 points straight off the bat there.
Right.
Is he?
You'll get a third if they're nice.
Should you get points for this? Because I feel like this is again a sexual predator move. Because when a man comes up to you and goes, "Would you like some of my deep film?"
While I massage your feet.
I can't believe that's the quickest I've ever lost 2 points in my life, I think.
I'm just giving everyone 2 points now just to account for the clerical error.
Deep filled mince pies. Deep filled in you.
Mm.
I'm never gonna go to the supermarket in November or December in the same way ever again.
Deep filled mince pies. And on the subject of Christmas mince pies appropriateness, we've got the brilliant quiz queen, singer, all singing, all talented, all brilliant, Jenny Ryan. How are you?
Thank you.
They're looking at me now, the other two, like, why didn't I have that kind
I didn't
of
get anything.
gassed up?
No.
It was just literally, we got Esther and him.
Yeah. You were on live at the Apollo.
You were on live at the Apollo. This is an exciting booking.
Yeah.
I resisted the urge to put out all the episodes that you were on that day, like everybody else did, when they were like dredging the archives. Like, we had Esther at our open mic night 10 years ago. We're so proud of her. We're thrilled to be part of her journey. I was like,
Esther attended our school fete. Right. It was a depressing look back on my CV.
she did the tombola. Are people treating you differently now you've been on Apollo?
Well, it's not been out yet.
Ah, but we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really.
There was no note of jealousy in that, right?
Well, on
Yeah.
Thursday I did a gig in front of one person, so
Did they like it?
no.
Well, I had to cancel a show because I only sold one ticket.
Yeah.
So it's not as if I'm.
We're all doing well. That's what we've learned.
Jenny, have you thought about comedy?
Well, not many people know because I did it under a pseudonym, but I did do Edinburgh, and it was an art project. I will.
That's what I
That's
said
my
on
only.
my shows
That's
as
my
well.
defence. Is that my friend challenged me? She said, "You're very funny as a person,"
Okay.
which is just the worst thing, isn't it? She said, "I want to make a film. Do you think you could get a show ready for Edinburgh in 6 weeks?" Because it was June. And I was like, yeah, why not? Let's do it.
This is
It's
amazing.
the worst idea ever. At one point, I had 2 people in and they walked out because they got offended by a joke about Napoleon's penis size.
Big, small? Did they think it was bigger than you? Or what?
No, it was the last straw because I'd made some jokes about heroin addiction. And they went very pale, but they were quite pale because they were a couple of very old people.
Not
They were
Napoleon.
looking quite grey anyway, and they were just bristling at every. I don't know what they expected,
I like the way Napoleon's the fine line.
but it was.
Yeah.
At that point, they were like,
not.
got up, and then they like chunned on the way out, and me and Kenneth, as I called him in the sound booth, just looked at each other and went, "Well, there you go."
That then.
Thank God I was the last show on in that venue.
Oh,
We could
Lord.
just quietly leave and
Oh.
lock the door behind us.
Was
Yeah.
all
that,
been-
was
we've
that
all been
before
there.
telly? Or?
A long time before telly. A
Yeah,
long time.
so they were
well,
like,
I'd been
"Oh
on
my
some
God,
quiz
it's Jenny
shows
Ryan."
as a contestant. So it was quiz based.
Ah.
And I feel like after I'd done that show where I literally, it was half comedy, half actual quiz where you could win stuff. Every time I went back as a punter, there was somebody doing an extremely similar show where they were giving away basically the same prizes. I couldn't really afford good prizes, so I just gave away either a watermelon or a pineapple.
Yeah, none of
Every
us can
time.
afford prizes at Edinburgh.
And I have seen quite a few shows where the prizes are tropical fruit.
Yeah.
So
That's
you're not
very
saying you
strange. So
started
I'm
it.
not saying I'm not influential in my comedy.
You can now add influencer to your Twitter bio.
Yeah.
Influencer.
I've always been an influencer. Just a bad influencer.
Well, we'll find out, won't we? So that's the panel. Presumably you all know the rules of the game. Esther, you've played loads of times before and you don't care, do you? You play your own game and that's fine. Riggs, did you read your briefing note?
I glanced over them. Yeah. I just thought bring the mince pies. You'll win that way.
How's that going for you?
Well,
Not well.
It started well for about 30 seconds, and then it
Sheer bribery.
went down. Your bribery. Yeah, that's my whole thing.
Right, let's go then. We're going to roll the sadly battered
I
balls.
hope Santa
being all
brings
over
you
the
a
place.
new roller.
I keep hinting. No one's going for it.
Not been a good enough go.
There aren't enough balls in there either. I've left them all over the place. Some of them at London Podcast Festival, some of them at Cambridge.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's sellotape closed. Listeners don't know that, but I've just told them, so it's fine.
Can they not see on the video?
I've not decided if this is going out yet.
Oh, all right.
That's my choice. But you all
I
consent.
don't want to
into it.
shatter the illusion, but we've just shattered it by saying it's held together with sticky tape and sadly bereft of balls.
It's got some balls. Like Riggs, it's got some balls.
It's fun to be the minority on the podcast, I'd say.
It doesn't happen often.
It doesn't happen often enough.
I've got a lot of boxes ticked here.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Yeah, that's the dream. Right,
Deep
weddings.
filled boxes.
Wedding.
Ticked.
I used to work for a catering company. We did an outside wedding, but it was for some quite posh people, and the bride's parents had recently bereaved, which isn't the fun part of the story, but
Important, relevant.
but
Yeah.
the groom, the future husband, decided to, as a surprise, get 2 surprise celebrity guests to come to the wedding to like cheer her up, I guess, and
Hang on. She just lost her parents.
yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
So they
Yeah.
employed actors to be
employed a
the
celebrity-
parents.
Not to be the
A
parents,
celebrity mum and dad.
but just to sort of bring the mood up, I guess.
But who would you choose?
Imagine-
Celebrity mum and dad.
Imagine you walk down the aisle and then there's just like Jim Davidson.
Roy Chubby Brown, just like that.
They go, "What? Guess who's playing your dad today? And you're like, oh.
Who would I have? I don't know.
I quite like Lorraine Kelly to be my celebrity mum.
She'd be, yeah.
I think she'd
good
she'd
fun.
definitely get you started on the booze at like 14, wouldn't she?
Yeah. She'd
She'd be taking you down the pub.
Yeah.
Um.
Pam and Mick from Gavin and Stacey. They'd
Yeah.
be fun.
Oh yeah.
They'd have to remain in character the whole time.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Judi Dench, I reckon she'd be quite good.
Oh, yeah,
I reckon
she
she'd
would.
have a good story.
Yeah.
And a good old drink.
Who would your celebrity parents be, Riggs?
Well, I think I'd choose the ones from this story. To
Oh,
be
okay,
honest.
sorry.
I would.
Okay.
Riggs is like, it's
I don't
my
know.
time.
I don't know what the budget was for the wedding, but there was a pretty fancy wedding. But it was Keith from The Office on DJing. He was the
Yes.
DJ,
Stephen McIntyre.
the Scotch egg guy.
Yep.
And as a cabaret performer / stand-up comedian / singer, it was Barry from EastEnders.
He's fantastic.
Great.
My friend's in Panto with him at the moment.
No, it's really good.
I don't think they didn't brief him on the reason why that they ordered the guests. Ordered
The
them.
booking.
Of,
On the app.
Yeah. Because he came out and it was quite somber. People weren't in the best of moods, honestly. And he honestly came out and was like, "I've never been to a wedding so quiet like this. Like, who died?" And said that, and then kicked into Mustang Sally like immediately afterwards.
Amazing.
That's why he is a legendary
Yeah,
performer.
he just arrived, ate a slice of pizza right in front of me, got on stage, just went, "Who's died?" And it was just like, "Mustang Sally," and it was amazing. It was one of the best moments of my whole life. I'll be honest with you.
He's my celebrity dad then.
Yeah,
That's a bit mental that they didn't say the reason why you're here.
you've got to say the reason, haven't you?
You got it. Yeah, there's got to
Or
be a little
accept
bit of
the
a
consequence.
subtle
Yeah.
briefing, like just so you know.
I think it's kind
Maybe
of mad
start
that-
with someone inside so strong, something inside so strong,
Yeah.
like he did at that clip of him at the bowls.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I think it's kind of mad that the groom was like, "I'm sorry about your parents dying. I'm going to try and make you feel better by just hiring 2 like kind of C-list sort of celebrities to
You
appear."
take that back.
I don't know who's on all the different lists, but what is Barry? He
Barry's
can't be A-list,
the
can it?
big time. Shut up.
I don't know what list it'd be on, but
That's a good question.
it'd be worse if it was like Dean Gaffney or something who doesn't
Yeah.
have like ability to sing.
I did.
Yeah.
We've been talking about trains already. I did get into a spat with Dean Gaffney on a train.
I've heard
way.
it's a bit of a
Yeah.
nightmare.
Let's have it.
Oh no, it wasn't a real. It was a constructed one because I'd been booked to travel first class.
Oh.
So I got into my assigned seat, and then someone came along and went, "I'm really sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to move to the next carriage because we've reserved this carriage for some filming for an advert." And I was like, I'd settled in. I got on the train early. I'd got my coffee. I've got my bits and bats
Yeah.
set out, and I was a bit fuming. I was in a bad mood, so I tweeted because I looked out the window and realised the person who was appearing in the advert was Dean Gaffney. So I tweeted that I've just been moved from my seat on the train because of Dean Gaffney. And yeah, it got picked up. And after about an hour, someone shuffled down the train and said, Dean's really sorry that you had to move from your seat, and he sent you this, and I had a cupcake.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it was a poem.
Because people have bought a tray of cupcakes for him because it was his birthday, and I'd been mean about him on social media
On his birthday.
on a train.
I just heard that he got kicked out of a club once or something, so I didn't know if maybe he was just a bit of a geese.
I can imagine back in the day. I think he's probably got a little bit more humility these days because he's having to scrape by doing adverts on trains.
He's pound shop David Gandy though. If you put a picture of them side by side, they
Who?
look
Who's
very
David Gandy?
Dean Gaffney and the model David Gandy. They look similar, but they're not the same.
Take your glasses off.
No, honestly, Google it. It's a known phenomenon.
I've never really thought about that.
What's
And I
his
don't
name?
know if I want to.
It'll ruin
What's his name?
David
David?
Gandy.
Gandhi, yeah.
Is this you
The
just
second most famous Gandhi, I think.
Yeah,
He's in those adverts for those supplements.
I've never really looked at his face that much because he's always just in his underwear.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard someone say Dean Gaffney and model in the
next to
same
each
sentence
other.
before.
I can see it now.
Put them next to each
I can
other.
see it. I can see it, but I would have to take my glasses off.
This is your opportunity to say some real nice stuff about Dean Gaffney to sort of
Dean,
smooth over the
bless
crack.
you. I did enjoy that cake you sent me.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And the category is weddings. Honestly, look. You could. If your wedding was like lower budget than Barry from EastEnders, you could get Dean.
That's like when people do their
Get
things where
Dean
they
to-
compare people's Instagram feeds to the actual real life.
Yeah.
It's like this real life.
No
David
filter.
Gandhi, no
Wish.
filter, yeah.
When you order David Gandy from Wish.
Yeah.
You can get Dean Gaffney just to come around your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you can order Barry from EastEnders for your wedding, you can get Dean Gaffney
There
from
needs
your
to be an
house.
app for this.
Yeah.
Because you can get Cameo. I'm on Cameo and I
Cameo.
charge like 30 quid for a little video message.
What would
There
you
should be, and then that should scale up
What's the weirdest
to
one
pop
you've
round
had?
to your house. Oh, there have been a couple I've had to decline because they've tried to make me say, well, political things actually.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody tried to get me to say something horrible because it was something stupid that their friend Leo Varadkar had said. And I was like, do you think I don't know about the fact that the Taoiseach of Ireland is called Leo Varadkar? And you're just trying to get me to say something. No, go away.
I'm not going to be a meme for you, not for 30 quid.
What would you get Dean Gaffney to do around your house if he came round?
Clean it.
Just get him to do some laundry.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Wonder if it's
He
the
would.
same price as just getting a
Yeah.
cleaner.
Lord Drap or whatever it is. Yeah.
Maybe it'd be cheaper, maybe.
Who isn't sponsoring the podcast, but if you'd like to.
Well, everyone has cleaners. I don't have a cleaner, and I'm a bit annoyed about that.
I've
don't
got
have
too
a
much
cleaner.
working class guilt. I keep saying I need to get a cleaner, and then I spend 2 days cleaning my flat. And
It's
Yeah.
so
it's disgusting
embarrassing.
again.
It is embarrassing when someone turns up and you're that person. Like, hello, come and clean my home because I'm an arsehole.
Yeah.
I don't want to
I've left
shock you.
the keys under the mat.
Do you have a cleaner?
No, I don't have a cleaner. Don't want to shock you there.
You clean my
but-
house, Rix.
Should buy you a coat.
Yeah, but I will work for warm clothing. That's me.
Oh my God.
I think this is a coat. I'm going to say.
It's like a shell suit
Yeah,
jacket.
it's a jacket.
Yeah.
It's a jacket.
And
That's
it's not, is it lined? I'm obsessed. This is how old I am now.
No, it's not lined.
Is
That
that
has
lined?
no warmth to it.
Oh no.
That's what I would wear if I was going jogging on top
Yeah.
of something long sleeved.
Okay.
But
worried
not
about
for
you.
like
Yeah.
a warm coat. You need a proper warm coat.
Okay.
I'm livid about this. Raging.
Have you been
I'm
through?
sad.
Yeah.
Sad for him.
I know, because I can feel it's making me feel
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
I feel like you're in pain. You're so cold.
I've taken my coat off in solidarity.
Yeah.
Well, I was
So I
raised.
feel
and
it
I've made a
better.
mistake.
I was
Yeah.
raised in the north. Do you know what I mean? Like quite near Newcastle. So like they have to put up signs to remind people to get dressed in
You
Newcastle in
you
the
should be
winter.
better at tolerating this temperature then.
I think I'm doing all right.
You're going
Yeah.
a bit blue.
Am I?
Yeah.
Anyway, weddings.
But don't.
Have you been to a wedding, Esther?
I have. I do have friends, contrary to everything that everyone believes about
You've
me.
had a wedding.
I've had a wedding. Yeah.
That's the sound of me opening the pies.
She's having it. She's going
Oh,
deep
deep filled.
She's balls deep filled.
Doing it. It's happening.
Did any soap actors come to your wedding?
No. And that's a massive regret of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you'd known that was an option.
I know. If I'd known it was an option, I would have married Dean Gaffney. I've been well all over that.
He's like, where's
podcast.
the groom? It's you.
It's sponsored by Dean Gaffney Enterprises now. He'll do anything.
Can you imagine
Just
if you
hire him.
hired him to come to your wedding, and then when he turned up, you were just some psycho fan going, and you're the groom. I'm marrying you, Dean Gaffney.
I reckon we could crowdfund for that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. I'd have to get divorced first, though. Oh, it's quite
What,
a
you'd
lot.
really want to marry Dean Gaffney? Or
No,
would it be
I
just some
don't
kind
know.
of ruse?
I don't really want
That
to
much
marry
of a
Dean
fan.
Gaffney.
Is Dean Gaffney married?
I'll find out.
Google it.
Oh yeah, I'll find out.
I imagine he's got a young hot
I'll
girlfriend.
find out. I'm totally
And
not
where she
looking-
lives.
I'm totally not looking on my. Dean
And does his
Gaffney
wife think he's
spreadsheet.
David Gandy?
DG.
He's got daughters.
Weddings.
What are we supposed to tell you? Funny things that have happened at weddings.
Yeah, it's almost like you've played
Um,
before. 5 times.
Dean Gaffney married. Dean Gaffney.
I'm trying to think because I used to, another one of my previous careers. I've got a 1,000 of them. I was a wedding singer for a while,
Oh,
and yes, I have entertained at quite a few weddings, and a lot of that process was pointing out to people how inappropriate their song choice was for the ceremony. Have you actually listened to the lyrics of that?
My brother wanted No Woman, No Cry at his wedding.
What? Did he have no woman?
No,
to cry?
he went with Hey There Delilah instead because I was like, you can't have No Woman, No Cry at your wedding. This celebration of love.
that's stalkery though, isn't it? Because he wrote it about a female athlete that he fancied.
What? Hey There
The guy-
Delilah.
yeah.
Yeah,
guy
like
from
they
Playing
weren't
Light.
really
I don't
a
know.
thing. It was like a
They got bottled off with piss when I saw them at the festival.
Yeah.
It was quite cruel.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. That's a bit bleak. Just to let you know, Dean Gaffney's never been married, but he was in a relationship with a lady for 22 years.
Blimey.
Split in 2015.
get in.
Wow.
You're in there.
So I'm in there.
Nice
All right,
one.
Esther. You
Shall
just
we,
need to talk to your husband about it.
Yeah, I'll just
fine.
sort of
It's
divorce
Gaffo, isn't it?
Gaffo.
You've got to let it go for Gaffo.
Esther Gaffney.
Is
What-
he a
what would
worthy
imagine that?
successor? Would your husband understand?
I was like, look, I'm going to leave you, but for Dean Gaffney, he'd be like, hands up.
Fair play. Fair play.
That is absolute fair play.
So what was your wedding like? What did you go for? Were you cool? You seem cool.
No, but I was very young when I was like 25 when I got married, so it was all a bit what a 25-year-old wedding would be. It was a white dress and yeah, it was all a bit much. So I actually I look back on it and I'm like, oh god, and also I look ridiculous in dresses, so I kind of looked a little bit when I watched back my wedding video. I looked a little bit.
Doesn't seem very you.
No, I looked a little bit like, you know, in Planet of the Apes when Caesar first walks upright. And I just came lumbering down the aisle, all like limbs in this white frock, and it was just all a bit bleak, really. And then, yeah, I mean, it was a good piss up, but I renewed my vows after we'd been married for 10 years.
Was that the best wedding you've ever been to?
What, my vow renewal? That was good. That was good. That was much nicer. But the best wedding I've ever been to,
Or the worst?
or the worst, I think the worst is probably where there was 3 speeches by the groom and the best men, and they all had PowerPoint presentations, and it was an incredibly
Oh.
hot room, and it just went on for
No.
hours.
Why would you do that?
And it was like-
who are these people?
and
Should have
now
conferred
on the-
beforehand to figure out one of us gets to do PowerPoint.
And then it was like,
Next
and now
slide.
we move on to their Duke of Edinburgh Awards. It's like, I don't need to hear why these people are absolutely amazing. They're
It's
your
not a
children.
eulogy.
Yeah.
It's a piss up. Come on.
I think my dad talked about my GCSEs. I don't know where he pulled that from, but my friend's dad did the same. There must be a template online for like father speeches. Because
My
like, why
dad,
are you talking about GCSEs, Dad? 16 was not my year.
Yeah.
my dad's speech was 3 words. And all he said, he stood up and he just went, I like Neil.
Oh,
Sat down and everyone was like, that's a banging speech.
that meant
Yeah.
so much coming
Weeping.
from him to Neil.
Everyone was just like, that's amazing. It was it. He just
Nothing
went,
about
"I-"
you.
No, oh God, no. Nothing about me. Nothing about me.
Esther looks fine. I like Neil.
No one said anything about me, actually. I was a bit annoyed. Not even my husband.
Isn't it meant to be all about you? Isn't that the point?
Oh God, don't get me started. So I do stand-up comedy. Try and
Make
fill
up
the
for-
void.
Oh, that was bleak. Right.
Oh.
I'm getting a bit. Oh no, I got stuck. I was getting a bit cocky with it. Controversial Christmas opinions. It's a bauble, not a
Oh
bauble.
my goodness.
Controversial
What's
Christmas
it? It's a
opinions.
bauble, not a.
Well, it's a
It's a
bauble.
special
It's a special
bauble.
bauble.
Yeah.
Not in real life, obviously. You can see them; they're all the same. But
Oh,
the
I
purposes of
see,
the listener.
I thought you said there was 2 ways of pronouncing it. That's what I was getting
no,
confused by.
Welsh people do put a lot of extra syllables into words that don't need to be there,
I
but
thought you
not
were
in
saying
this
it's
case.
a bauble, not a bauble.
When I was a kid, I used to get really mad at my family for not celebrating Jesus enough at Christmas.
Yeah.
I found Jesus on my own when I was a child. I don't come from a religious family, but I just got really into the children's Bible when I was about 6 or 7 years old, and then for a couple of years I was properly into Jesus, and I used to get really mad at my family for not talking about Jesus or praying to Jesus or going to church or anything
This
like that.
resonates. I've been there. I've seen quite a few little kids who in the family who have gone through a little bit of a holy phase when they figure out it's a religious festival. It's not all about Santa and presents. Yeah, my little cousin getting really upset that we would say Jesus Christ as a swear. You can't say that.
Oh, little
That's so
godfather of
cute.
Rig.
Yeah.
Were you making your parents like take you to church and stuff? Was it that bad?
Well, no, I kept it mostly to myself. I just
Personal Jesus.
Was it controversial, this, in the family?
I mean, it just
Everyone
was.
else was Hindu. They're like,
I come from a heavily Sikh family. Yeah. No, I mean they was quite surprised. I think they were quite surprised that I kept talking about Jesus so much.
Thank
They were like, "We bought you this
Jesus
bike,"
alone.
and I'm like, "Did you buy Jesus a bike?"
Maybe none of it would have happened if you had a bike to cycle off on.
Yeah.
did you buy Jesus a bike?
You should use that. That's good. I like that.
That's the name of your Edinburgh show.
Yeah.
Did you buy Jesus
Well,
a bike?
I was just really into it. I mean, my dad we used to go walking at National Express, like woods and stuff like that, and I used to sit on the floor and I used to grab like things like bracken and piles of mud and be like, God is mud and God is trees, and I was kind of a strange child, I'll be honest with
Creepy
you.
little prick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
But it was only a phase. I've got past it now. I read some Richard Dawkins when I was 15, and you know what I mean, moved on.
Never look back.
Never looked back.
Wow.
That was pretty
Well,
strong.
I think kids do become quite pious, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At some
I
point
think they have a
they'll-
little
yeah,
phase, don't they?
Like, you're just not doing the right thing. Yeah.
When they realise that adults are fallible, which
Yeah.
it's a really heartbreaking stage in life, isn't it? When you they're supposed to know everything and then they really, really don't.
And it's weird because we say, like, don't say Jesus Christ. But yet, well, it's not for a religious reason.
It's getting deep in it.
Oh, I don't know where I was going with that. But for some reason, it just doesn't sound nice, does it?
Yeah, I think people use it as a sort of swear word, I guess.
Yeah, bit of blasphemy.
Yeah.
I say it a lot because I like the way it sounds.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But I mean, in children,
You
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
want a little
Adult.
child doing that,
sounds-
would you?
Yeah.
my son came out of school and he just went to me today, learnt a swear. And I was like, no. He goes, it's really easy. So I stood in the middle of the playground, other people are looking, he goes, all you do, you should put your hand up like that, put those two down, got yourself a swear.
He was helping you out. He was nice.
Nice.
Information he knew.
And I just was stood there and like people are looking and I'm like, right,
Got
firstly,
yourself
can you
a
not
swear.
got yourself a swear. I was like, can you not come out of class and just flick me the bird? And then he was going, what's the problem? And I was like, okay, well, you don't do that. That's really bad. And he was going, but you do swears. And I was like, not in front of you, I don't. So. what
And
are you
also
talking
sometimes
about?
I'm paid to do them.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I have
There
to
you
find
go.
this out on my own,
But I
mum.
was like, I don't swear in front of you. And then he was like, you always swear. And I was like, I don't. And then he was like, you do. You're always saying, I swear to God, I'm going to kill you. I swear to Christ, if you don't get your backside down here. And I was like, oh, those are different swears.
Yeah.
He was like, so they're not like those swears. I was like, stop doing it.
So he thought you'd be well into it. You'd be like, oh, well done.
Yeah, well done. But I was like, I love the time it took to flick the bird as well. Can you imagine if you were trying to swear at someone, you're going, right,
It's those.
Which
it's those.
one is
Don't get
it?
the wrong
Which
one.
one is
don't
it?
get that. And then you just got that one. Then that's a swear.
Got yourself a swear.
Got yourself
a
a
swear.
swear.
What a
That'll
guy.
be- That'll be my next swear. What a legend.
Read between the lines, we used to say. Put three fingers up.
yeah. Read between the
Not
lines.
swearing, can't be mad, not swearing. Is that your controversial Christmas opinion?
No, I forgot that was the category.
This happens a lot.
Controversial Christmas opinion.
I'm really struggling to eat this without
I don't.
nomming in my own ears.
Oh, just talk to you, Riggs. I don't like turkey.
Oh. Does anyone though?
Yeah.
I
You
like
actually
turkey.
like it? I mean, you're a chef.
If you,
Are you a chef?
I'm a chef. Yeah.
He's
So
a
if you-
comedian, but also he can
Yeah,
chef.
yeah. When I'm being paid less than £5 to gig in Eastbourne, I'm a chef. Yeah.
Where do you?
I work for agency, so I
Oh.
move about all over the place, a bit like sort of Gordon Ramsay's kitchen
So
nightmares.
we can book you as well. I'm just booking
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
Book Dean Gaffney and Riggs.
Wow, it's
Yeah.
going to be a great time. And
Riggs-
get Barry
Riggs to
down.
cater.
For the
Barry
wedding.
down. Yeah, will you cater mine and Dean Gaffney's wedding?
Yeah, of course I will. Yeah.
And if you piss me off, I will give you a swear.
Yeah. Now that you've learned what it is.
Now I've not. Yeah, now I know how to do one.
Yeah. Yorkshire puddings aren't traditional Christmas.
No, they don't belong in a
Yeah,
Christmas
I've had
pudding.
this conversation with a
No.
few people recently.
No.
They
People
shouldn't be with anything but beef, should they? Aren't they like a beef accompaniment?
They're a beef-
I love
Yeah.
the
beef
Yorkshire pud,
thing.
though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no, I'm very pro Yorkshire pudding, but
Not on Christmas Day.
Not on Christmas. There's already far too much going on Christmas Day, and turkey is it's a bone of contention in our family. It's massive, only because my stepdad has a problem with cool food.
What?
Oh, I see.
So if it's not on his plate, absolutely 100% piping hot, he says it's freezing cold.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And sulks.
Yeah.
And we've tried all these years to explain, and we've done everything. Like with the last time we did a family Christmas, I stood in the kitchen with my mum, who was like carving the turkey up, and I was soaking the plates in hot water and then drying them so the plates were hot. And he won't listen to reason. We've even put his turkey in the microwave for him, but he's like, "Oh, by the time it gets to the table with everyone else, it's still cold." It's because he doesn't like gravy. If you have hot gravy, it doesn't matter the temperature of the
That
turkey.
is the most controversial Christmas opinion I've ever heard in my life.
What?
He doesn't like gravy.
He doesn't like gravy.
That's-
There's
that
a lot
is-
of stuff my
Mental.
stepdad doesn't like.
I don't understand the.
That's mental.
It's what in his mind is hot then? What is hot enough? What
Like
will
steam
survive
coming
the
off it.
plate?
Yeah.
But turkey doesn't have that capability specifically. or-
Well, you would use gravy to warm it back
Maintain
up
the
again.
temperature
yeah,
of
yeah.
it.
But
Yeah,
no
yeah.
meat is piping hot, is it?
He just has this fixation,
Well, why doesn't-
particularly on Christmas Day, and he sulks as well about it.
I think if he doesn't like gravy, that's just the price he has to pay.
I think he has to
That's
cook
what
his
I've
own
come down
dinner.
to now.
Yeah.
I keep saying, if you're not going to have the gravy, then you're going to have a hot meal.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the
Have a
mash
salad.
either. I spent
And
hours on that mash.
What about like a cold turkey sandwich the next day? You won't be down with that.
Ugh,
He'd rather warm up the turkey.
I hate
And,
turkey.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm on
I
a
hate turkey.
turkey sandwich.
What do you have for your Christmas dinner?
We tend to have like a chicken and a lamb or a beef.
Chicken and lamb or
Wow.
a beef?
That seems like a lot of work. for Christmas
Premium.
Day. That's nice.
We used to have goose growing up.
Oh, that's why you don't like turkey. You've been ruined.
That-
Been ruined.
But I don't like the things with turkey. It's got a funny aftertaste. It just tastes very like the way I describe it.
Just looked at you like.
Just like, what is she talking
It
about?
tastes like salmonella.
What
Of
does-
what I imagine salmonella.
I don't think
tastes
you've
like.
cooked that turkey right.
I imagine there is two things that I think taste like salmonella, and eggs and turkey. Is it?
I don't like Esther's turkey either, to be honest with you.
Controversial Christmas opinion. We're
never
not going round
cooked
to
it.
Esther's for Christmas.
But whenever I've gone around people's houses, I just don't like it.
A couple of years ago, my mum had a salmon curry on Christmas Day.
Salmon.
Salmon curry, yeah.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, well, on Christmas Day, though.
Well, it depends. If you're not cooking for a huge family dinner, then
Yeah.
I don't see the point of cooking a turkey.
Yeah,
Even my mum, who likes cooking, if there's just a couple of us, it's a turkey crown.
yeah.
That's the worst
Yeah.
bit of the turkey, though.
Is it?
Yeah, it's dry, isn't it?
I think the whole thing's dry.
We're not good at cooking.
I'm livid.
You need to be brining it, mate.
What?
Brining it, yeah. That's
There you
keep
go.
that
What's
moisture
that?
in. That's what it's
Oh,
salt.
That's what I want
Salt
to
water,
ask
innit?
you.
Yeah,
now
go
that
on.
I've
Now that
found
we
out
know.
you're a chef.
No,
Chef
no.
talk.
This is what I've been meaning to ask you in the last 4 minutes. What's spatchcocking?
Oh, it's where you like.
Talk about.
It's where you like.
Is it food or sex?
The way you said it as well. It's lovely.
It's the way you cut a chicken, like butterfly chicken out. It's the same thing.
Do you keep the spine in?
No.
So
You
you take
cut
the spine
around.
out?
What?
Because apparently spatchcocking
Right?
Yeah.
makes the because you said the crown is really dry, but
Yeah.
that makes the bird a lot more moist.
Right.
Does it?
I haven't done a lot of
Riggs?
spatchcocking, I'll be honest with you.
Okay, Riggs.
You've been missing out.
Yeah.
Treat
But
yourself.
if there's any people who own a restaurant listening, I can actually cook, even though I'm not entirely sure right now what a spatchcocking is. But
You went
it's-
on MasterChef Professionals, and that'd be the first challenge. You would
Yeah.
be ruined.
Yeah.
Spatchcock this cow.
Well, I'm sort of blagging my chef career. Like the first time I ever made an omelette, I was working for my chef agency. They paid me £16 an hour.
Do you have any real credentials when you joined?
Qualification.
No, so I started off washing up, and then
I can't believe that you have said that you will cater my wedding.
as long as you don't want anything spatchcocky, we're all good. I think.
Or turkey.
Yeah,
I want the whole
okay.
thing spatchcocked.
I want can you spatchcock this cake for me, the wedding cake?
I want to be spatchcocked on my wedding day.
Yeah.
Riggs is just relying on the fact no one knows what it means, so it can mean exactly what you present.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is
So,
it, actually.
So because I work for agency, I quite often I do like a lot of the sort of veg prep and stuff like that, or I work on the sort of starter section and stuff, because when you work in a kitchen the kind of kitchen that would spatchcock stuff, they've already
spatchcocked by the time you got there.
spatchcocked it by the time I got there. The pre-spatchcocked
You got to
chickens.
spatchcock first thing in
You
the morning
gotta
or
do,
not
yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
I'm
Before
gonna-
breakfast.
I'm gonna.
What I should have done is I should have Googled it and then told you it as if I already knew what it was.
And then immediately spatchcocked a mince pie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure that my in-laws spatchcock the turkey.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Are you in
the
a
name
you're
of
in a
another
place
Edinburgh
with
show.
you're in the place with them where you can give that kind of feedback? Are you? Not that your Christmas dinner's been shit up until now, but I've got a technique where you can make your turkey not dry. Do you want to hear it?
I will come to your house if you spatchcock your turkey. If you don't, you're not seeing your grandchildren.
I've never heard the word spatchcock so often in my life.
I'm
be
enjoying
honest.
that though.
It's a brilliant word.
So
Yeah.
much.
Cockback.
There's
Yeah.
just something about the way Esther says it as well.
It's the Essex accent.
It's delightful. I want it as my ringtone.
Spatchcock.
Right.
It does sound like some kind of
Deviant practice.
I've completely lost sight of why I'm doing this.
When you do that, what balls are you looking at?
She's not. She's making up. It's just for the sound.
Oh, for the sound. Okay, cool.
No, this is all completely random.
You need to get one of these for Christmas, engraved, like a silver one with Comedy
Yeah.
Arcade on it.
I've got a couple of them in different places. There's
Well,
one in
we-
Cardiff.
We'll all chip in. We'll get Riggs a coat and you
Yeah.
and you a little ball thing, hamster wheel.
Yeah, we've
I've
got
got a
a
hamster
Patreon. I've
wheel.
got one Patreon subscriber, so maybe I can invest that money in something new.
Should do a shout out to them if they're the only one.
Yeah. Do you know their name?
No,
No.
Shout out to the listener.
thank you so much. One listener.
Is it Dean Gaffney?
Oh, big if true.
Oh my god! If Dean Gaffney can follow me, that's all I want in life. That's all I've ever
This
wanted.
make it
this
happen.
clip's going. It's going
clip's going
directly
directly to
into
him.
Dean Gaffney's DMs.
All I want for Christmas is Dean Gaffney.
That's beautiful.
I never knew I
It's got a point.
had a crush on him until
It's weird when
Now.
that happens. I felt like that. I had a dream that Matt from Busted was my boyfriend, and I was not interested in him at
is he
all.
the one that looks like a baby?
He's the youngest. He's a cheeky chappy for sure. But we had such a
Looks like
lovely
he was
relationship in my dream that I just feel really fond about him now. I see him on
It's nice
time, like
when that
it's
happens,
my
isn't it?
boyfriend Matt.
I once
He
dreamt,
doesn't know.
I once dreamt that I was going out with Terry Waite and I felt so happy. I was like, dude, it's like just some old man. I was like, I really don't want to go out with him. And when I woke up, I was so relieved. So glad that I'm not. Being
I had an
backstabbed by
extremely
Terry Waite.
vivid dream that I was married to Donald Trump.
How vivid.
And like not like sexual vivid, but I just the level of embarrassment I felt at every moment in that dream. It
Yes.
was like palpable. It was from toes to the top of my head. I was cringing at everything. It
Full
didn't even
body
have to do
cringe.
anything. I would just remember that I'd married him. I was like, why? Oh, the money. Yes. Okay, carry on.
Would you take a surname? Jen Trump. Jen Trump is someone who definitely works in HR. Hi, I'm Jen Trump, and I'll be sorting out all your P60s. Jen Trump, she's really efficient.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She knows what she's doing.
The opposite of me then.
Yeah.
Right, what's
She'd
the
know
worst
how to
thing you've ever
spatchcock a
won?
turkey.
We must move
Sorry.
away from spatchcocking. Yeah, worst thing you've ever
won a
won. Your
spatchcock
shittest
contest.
prize. 15 caffeine.
I mean, I didn't even enter that competition, and I won that. Yeah.
I mean, that's the best thing you've won.
But the worst thing I won was, it's actually a really good prize, but it's not really a prize because it was an auction and I was very, very drunk.
Okay.
And it was just the other day.
Brilliant.
And I got backstory is I'm a huge fan of Bargain Hunt and I watch it every day. And I went to a big charity event and the auctioneer was Charlie Ross from Bargain Hunt. And somehow I'd drunk that much wine and I was sat next to one of Liberty X and I was showing off a bit.
Which one?
Michelle.
Oh, the good one.
The good one.
Who else was there in Liberty X?
I think there was
Marlene
one called
Clark?
Jessica.
No, that's hearsay.
Someone called Jessica.
Yes, there's a Jessica because she's married to Kevin Peterson, I think.
Hang on,
So
and
she's
who-
doing all right.
What did they sing, Liberty X?
What?
Just a little.
It a little bit
Oh, that's-
hot, just
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
that
was only
one.
4 of them, was there?
Yeah, there were two. I think there were the two
Two
boys.
boys.
Two boys,
girls.
two girls. Or was the no?
I
There's
think there
three
were
girls. There's three girls.
Yeah, 3 girls.
And what did Hearsay sing?
Pure and simple, I'll be there for you.
Pure
Okay.
and simple, gonna be there.
And there was a little one called Kim, wasn't there, in that one?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, who went on to Coronation Street.
Yeah, there's Kim, Mylene. I'm better at this. I'm better at hearsay. Kim, Mylene, Michelle. I want to say
I
Michelle.
want to say there's a Michelle in most bands.
No.
The little blonde.
the blonde one.
Yeah. Now I'm
thought
thinking
that
of
was
Hannah from
Kim.
S Club 7. Oh,
I'm
no.
getting confused.
And then there was
Johnny Chantel was in it for a while.
For a while he was,
Yeah.
yeah, but it was.
Is he married to Lisa Scottley?
He
Yeah.
is, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they live in Dubai. They've got a theatre school.
Because she had to give up pop if she didn't get to #1 for a reality TV show, and she didn't. And it's the best and worst thing you'll ever see. It's on YouTube.
Totally Scotty.
Totally Scottley.
Yeah.
You must watch it.
Yes.
It's so bad.
What? They made her give up pop?
She said, if this single doesn't make it, I'm going to give up pop music. And it didn't make it. And it was all filmed.
What a terrible. Yeah, it's. I mean, it was a strong bet anyway.
It
was a
was.
strong bet. Anyway, I was at the charity auction
With Michelle,
with Michelle,
the best one.
the best one
If
out
you
of
are on
Liberty.
YouTube and you want funny stuff as well, she was on The Apprentice.
Yes.
And
Michelle.
she failed a car and she fell over it. Again, sometimes I watch it when I'm sad. I'm sorry, Michelle.
She-
It's in my top 5 clips of people falling over.
there is a lot.
Because I have 5.
Yeah,
I have
Four
5.
There
Which
was
ones
that
are the other
top-
ones?
There's one on YouTube.
Gemma
I was-
Collins.
Gemma Collins
falling
falling
down
in
the
the hole. That's the best one ever of all time.
I remember watching Pop World, and it was it was Peter Andre's comeback, and he's wearing these really big sort of silver sunglasses, and he fell down the stairs into the crowd and on Pop. Do you know when they do T4 on the beach? It was T4 on the beach, and his glasses they fell down but they didn't fall off his face, but they just fell down, so they were just here, and he was still singing. It was Insania. Do you remember the song
Yes.
Insania?
Everyone put your hands up in the air.
No, that's Flavour.
Oh.
I'm not sure if I'm proud of that one.
He sounded really angry
we're
when
really
he said
taking
that.
it back to the early 2000s pop.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
Best
here.
one, there was a TV presenter once. It was like a quiz show, and and they run on from the side and go hello, but he carried on sliding and just stood on the other side. And I swear to God,
But
that's one
there's
of the best
also second for me to Gemma Collins falling in the hole was one of Jedward breaking his ankle and carrying on. It was insane.
What a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
They are my
podcast in
heroes.
this that's just talking about memes. You can't see them. We're just laughing. We're just laughing.
So yeah, I got
Right,
very
anyway,
drunk. I got very drunk and I got very excited. And my friend was sitting with me, who's a visual artist, and he'd put something into the auction, and he kept telling me how much this piece was worth, and he was like, "Oh, it's worth more than that. £6,000. It's worth more than that. 7.
Oh my God.
It's worth more than that." And I just got excited. And I thought, there's a lot of extremely actually rich people in
Yeah.
this crowd. Someone will pick up the
They'll
slack.
help me out.
I'm just boosting the thing.
Like you do on eBay sometimes to
Yeah.
help people out. They're like, can you bid
Never
on it?
take
It's like,
that
no, I
risk.
already bought it.
I took the risk and ended up paying 10 grand for a piece
Oh
of
my
it.
God.
It's beautiful and it's an investment, and it's by Nat Bowen, who is an amazing artist, and it'll be worth a lot more in the future, and it's going to look great in my living room, and I'm going to keep telling myself that. But
Oh my God.
and I've never seen anyone
it's been in
sweeping
your
as fast with a
house.
card machine.
Who's got a car? Oh, well, you're doing
Yeah.
well. Who's got, it's like
Just dropping 10 grand on a painting on a whim. Just
Yeah,
I thought you were saying that, Jen.
and it's
You can't even
contactless.
afford a coat.
I'm just like, just showing
how the
off
other
now,
half
aren't I?
live. And
£2.50 you made on that gig.
I can't believe someone's paying you £2.50. That's so
they
not
paid me a £5 because they didn't have change. And then he said, "Oh, I guess I'll just have to pay you £5 then."
Yes, you
That
will.
is-
Oh, sorry.
That's just rude.
Oh, oh, that's very rude.
What's the worst thing you've ever won?
Oh, I never win anything.
Oh.
Go to charity auction, bid 10 grand.
Oh God, can you imagine? Haven't got 10
Thing got
grand.
thrown out because the card machine refuses it.
Yeah, 10 grand.
It's
can't just-
contactless.
You can't just spend 10 grand on your card, can you?
You can.
Can
It
you?
turns out.
Oh, wow.
I've got
Were you
photographic
really
evidence.
hoping that wasn't going to go through?
I would hope.
Maybe Jenny's got one of them magic cards that only rich people have. Where
What,
you
like the Netflix
can-
black
yeah.
card?
Colours.
Yeah.
I've got a photo, which I made my friend take.
You wiping
Crying.
your tears with the receipt
I
for a
was.
10 grand picture that your mate had done.
Yeah. I'd be
I'd
framing
be
the
really-
receipt, put
yeah.
it next to the
I'd be
painting.
really angry at your friend.
There it is. 10 grand on the card machine.
Bloody hell. And that was for charity, though. So that money.
That is about a third of a powered wheelchair for a disabled
Oh,
child.
there we are then.
How much? So a wheelchair's 30 grand.
That's so expensive.
That's so expensive.
You can buy like a proper like a car for that. Like
That's insane.
It's wild, isn't it?
That's insane because how are people supposed to afford it? Oh well, then you did the right thing.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But also,
what she needed to hear.
I'm going to need to explain it to my accountant.
Charity work. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask if it's offsettable.
Yeah. Can I,
Charitable donation. Oh, but you got a painting as well. Oh, right. Okay, fair enough.
Maybe you can contribute your fee. Just like waive your fee for 10 grand's worth of work. Like you give me this money back, I'll come to a couple of events and look
There
like
we
I'm
go.
having a good time.
We'll figure it out.
So you haven't won anything.
I think I won a toolkit once, which is not very useful for me.
Why would you enter for it?
Because this is what happens when you have
Kind of one
children.
of those
You end
screw
up going
fix
to a lot
raffles.
of fates where the prizes are just crap that other people don't want. So you
Yes.
end up just coming home with a lot of Gloria Honeyford autobiographies and toolkits and
Gloria.
and a lot of china plates with members of the royal family on it. And you just bring it all home and go, I've just spent 50 quid today. I mean, not 10 grand, but I've spent 50 quid
But
and
that's
come away with a lot
same
of
vibe, though.
It is the
Same
same
vibe,
vibe
same
because I
energy.
love a tombola.
Yeah.
So I probably
you
would
get
have
really-
spent as if it could have gone up to that level. I probably would have spent 10 grand on
Yeah.
a tombola and come away with a load of Gloria
Yeah.
Hunniford autobiographies.
It's always Gloria Honeyford.
I won
She
a
has
bottle
lot
of pomaine at a church fete.
What's pomaine?
It used to be
That
like a
sounds
high
sexual.
end, like
Gonna
a
put it
sparkling
in my
cider, but in a
pomaine.
champagne style bottle.
Oh.
Yeah.
And there was no date on it, and there are no alcohol units on it, so it is so old.
It's essentially Lambrini.
I tweeted the Magnus Museum to try and date it, and even they didn't know when they last produced it. So that's been in someone's house. That's someone's like nana's
You
house
should be able
clearance,
to like
isn't it?
Yeah.
put that in the wine cellar. You know, they lay it down, or
I
whatever they
keep
call it.
taking it from house to house in case someday it's worth something, but it's never going to be, is it?
It doesn't sound like a very good
It's
museum.
cider.
I'll Google it.
I don't know anything.
Pomaine.
Pomaine.
How do you spell that? P-O-N-E?
M-A-I.
Yeah.
A lot of Googling going on during
There
this
is a lot of
podcast.
Googling. Riggs,
Yeah.
what's the
Welcome
worst
to my
thing
world.
you've won?
I don't tend to win very much stuff, I'll be honest with you.
Did you win the Ding Dong Gong Show?
No, you're not yet. No, maybe later. But I've won some stuff at my kids' primary school fete, but up north, a lot of alcohol-based things, and they had a beer tent as well, which I thought was kind of wild
that's
for a
nice.
primary
You
school.
put your kids in proper coats, don't you?
Yeah, that's
You're
why
an
I can't
adult
afford
man
my
in
own
charge of
coat.
children.
They can't move for coats.
Just checking.
Yeah,
Esther's not Googling, she's calling
yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm just seeing if Pomaine goes out of date.
calling childline.
Probably.
No, they're fully closed. I mean, I thought I was until I came here, but no, I haven't won very much stuff. No,
Not nothing. Oh.
nothing. No, I've won a couple of little plastic comedy trophies.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah,
That's
What
a
have you
reward
won?
for good work.
The Cav one.
not the Cav one. When I say a couple, I mean one, and it was
Rising Star.
it was Whole Lot of Comedy in Surbiton. I think it's quite kind of newish compared to the other ones, but yeah, and it's on my mantelpiece.
Oh,
Oh.
that's a proper prize. That's not
Yeah.
a bad
Proper
thing to
prize.
win at all.
Yeah.
That's all your hard work is starting
Yeah.
to pay off.
Yeah,
And once you learn the mastery of spatchcocking, then
yeah,
the sky is the limit.
yeah. Good.
Well, on that note, that is the end.
I like smooth endings. Can I just say, on the basis of weddings, I did go to a wedding where literally the lights just went up at like bang on 5 o'clock, and a man just came to the microphone and went, "The wedding is over, please leave." And we were like, oh.
5 p.m. as well.
Get your coats and leave. And we were all like, oh, right. And we just got ushered out.
One thing that was mad about that wedding that Barry came from, the best man, when he was doing his speech, he told the people who come to the wedding that their seating plan was based on the level of wedding gift they bought. And he like was like
in charge of.
So he said the name, said the gift, and he was like, well, that's why you're sat at the back.
How do you know what gifts people have given on the day, though?
I don't know. Actually, he was just going
he
down.
must have gone through the
registry.
gift.
I guess so.
Yeah.
That was his whole thing. Yeah, it was part of his
You
part
just
of
bought
his speech.
a spoon. Therefore, you don't get a
Wow.
spoon.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah, you
I've
have
never
to drink
seen
your
that
soup.
before. I've never seen that before.
No, I'm a member of a Facebook group about wedding shaming, and that goes on mostly not in the UK because we're a bit less reliant on the wedding gift thing. But it was, I think everybody should spend a bare minimum of £1,000 on my wedding present. It's my day.
No, it's absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
A gift is a gift. If someone can only afford a £5, it's like, well, that's
Yeah.
You've decided to host an event, so they're your guests.
Yeah.
Treat them like guests.
And it's probably been expensive to actually go to the wedding.
Yeah.
You're getting taxis, you're buying
People-
drinks, you've got a nice outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've probably had to
Fuck
get
off.
childcare.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's
can't
my
deal with
wedding
that.
gift to you.
Don't
I'm
do
here.
that, guys. Don't do that.
No, don't be a cunt.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
The basis for life.
Don't be a cunt. While I am
Got
doing the
yourself a swear.
maths on, we got ourselves a swear there, didn't we? In the biggest swear. We were doing
The biggest
so
that
well.
that
We
was
did
that was
so
a
well.
strong wedding present you got there. If you managed to get a big swear in.
I can't be doing with it.
Esther just keeps glancing over at the scores. Secretly competitive Esther.
I don't
Did you
think I
win?
gave a wedding story.
I never win.
Did you win the last Christmas
No, you
special?
you
No,
started
I've
your
never
wedding
won.
story.
No.
You're
Yeah.
a wedding singer, and then we didn't get to it because you
No.
got me railed by Esther's Dean Gaffney fantasy.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I was happy to be part of that. It's better than my. I was actually going to tell you about my.
Come on then.
No, it's not. It's not a wedding I was at. A relative of mine got married before I knew her, and it was out at a. There's a place it's near Preston. It's called Guy's Thatched Village,
Oh.
and it's a collection of old ramshackle buildings with restaurants and bars inside. And she'd had her wedding reception there, and because it was kind of out in the sticks, she'd organised a coach to get there, to get people there and back.
Hostages.
So
You can't leave of your own accord. I hate those
you know,
weddings.
they were leaving on the hour kind of thing to get them back to civilization. And about half past 10 or something, the coach pulled out of the car park and lit up a tree that was in the middle of the car park where the best man and the chief bridesmaid were hard at it. And fully lit up by the headlights, and everybody in the coach got a right eyeful.
Oh, dinner and a show.
I mean,
I
that's
think
amazing.
I think the driver knew.
Yeah.
I'd do that.
I'd do that.
Dinner and a show.
What, you do the bridesmaid up against
I'd announce it on the little intercom
or
thing.
the
I'd be
best
like, you look out the window on your left, you'll see the best man.
It's a safari.
Yeah.
Covering your kids' eyes.
The Lancashire Safari.
It's natural. It's all natural. Riggs, where can we find you? I'm going to do the maths on the points. It won't
Oh,
take long.
just keep typing Riggs into social media
Eventually.
until my face pops up. Probably won't know what I look like, but
It's the one with the spatchcock.
the
He's
cold-looking
not
one.
wearing a coat. He's not
Yeah.
wearing a coat.
oversized, thin clothing
Yeah.
is his speciality.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where you'll find me. Instagram and Twitter. Not Facebook, because I don't want random people on Facebook sending me requests.
Because the legions of people that take immediate action after they listen to my podcast.
They're all running to Patreon.
straight there to join my one other. It's their loss. The benefits are fantastic.
You really need to learn this
They're
person's
getting-
name, though, to give
They're
them a
getting
shout
more
out.
and more elaborate because obviously no one needs them. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take you to Vegas. We'll have a nice time. No one's paid attention. Esther Manito. So we can see you on Live at the Apollo soon. What date have you got? Do you know?
15th of December.
It won't be usurped by football like Scott Bennett's was. We're all like poised to watch it. It's like-
I know. I wondered what that was about when people kept posting, because I was gigging that night and I was like, oh, Scott's would have been on, and then people were. I went on Facebook and I just saw lots of posts of people going, about which team was it? Who was
It
playing?
was like Bolton Wanderers
Yeah.
and someone
They were
else.
like
Stockport.
yeah.
Yeah, we've like, and I couldn't work out what they meant, and then I realised, they've had to reschedule the
Yeah.
show.
Everybody was really G'd up about it.
I think that he got his whole family around and like his like nan and stuff all.
Oh,
Yeah.
Scott.
Oh dear.
Oh.
On behalf of Bolton Wanderers, I'm very sorry.
So
So, no,
15th of December, we can watch
15th
you on the
of December.
telly.
Watch me on the teller.
Woo!
On the teller.
I'm so excited. You looked amazing as well.
Thanks. I did look a little bit like a musketeer, though.
I don't think so.
I thought so.
Well, we'll
I
all
thought
think so
and
now.
that was
when we see
what I
it.
was going for, actually.
Let us be the judge.
Like, not enough women look like 17th century fighters.
No.
So that's what I went for.
Good.
Yeah.
And your Esther Manito on the socials.
I am.
Got any
Esther
gigs?
Manito.
Got any tours coming up? You at Leicester Comedy?
No.
Oh,
When's Leicester?
February.
Oh, no, I don't think I'm doing that. No.
Too big for it now. Since she's
No,
been on the
I'm not.
telly.
No. I'll just be gearing up for
Just missed
Edinburgh.
the Eventatron.
No, I genuinely can't think if I've got anything exciting. I don't think I have.
Is your next up thing out now?
No, I just pre-approved the edit, so that'll be out soon.
Yay.
Yay. Oh, I've got something coming out on Channel 4 online.
Okay.
So that should be out in a week or so. That's just a little pilot, so watch that.
Well,
Excellent. You've got it all happening.
it's all
Very
going on.
nonchalant
It's
about all
going
this.
on.
I like it.
Yeah, she's just too cool. She's like, oh yeah, it's just something on Channel 4. Yeah,
No, no.
we're in a porter cabin. Eat your mince pies with frozen hands.
I know, the poorest person has brought the mince pies. You can't even afford a cone. You get the snacks.
And Jenny, what are you doing at the moment? Preparing for your next Edinburgh Fringe run?
Trying to pay off that painting, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm going to be recording a lot of episodes of The Chase in an effort to make up for that.
Is that how it
for the
works?
artwork.
Does the roster go round?
Basically, we have to like fight each other. You've got a 1 in 6 chance of seeing me any weeknight at 5 p.m. on ITV1, and I was supposed to be doing Panto, but that's been cancelled.
Oh.
So another reason I really shouldn't have been spending that much money on anything.
Oh, what were you?
I was going to be Glinda in The Wizard of Oz,
That's
Which-
a really good role.
but the thing is, in Pantos I've done before, I've always been the villain, and it's a hoot. And
Yeah,
kind
I
of the
was gonna
lame
say.
role is the fairy, like the good one. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully I'll be back in Panto action next year, and I will probably be Caraboss and wear some big horns because I'm typecast. That's my only Panto role I've ever
That's
done.
a good.
Over and again, just harassing Sleeping Beauty and kidnapping princes, that's really what I do in real life anyway. There should be a documentary about it. Actually, one of my really exciting things is that I'm going to be on a Celebrity Antiques road trip with my good friend and podcast co-host Lucy Porter. We do Fingers on Buzzers podcast together, all about quizzing, and we got to do it. And you can see how hay fever really affects me.
Okay, that is something to look forward to.
That's I think the 10th of December. That's coming out.
Have
That's
you
very
been on
exciting.
Pointless yet?
As if they'd let me on Pointless.
Why wouldn't they let you on Pointless?
I don't know. I think Osman's got an agenda.
Yeah, you'd replace him. He's seen it.
Yeah, he's
seen the
replaceable.
future, and it's genuine.
Yeah. Exactly.
Doesn't even switch his laptop on.
Does
It's
he
not real.
It's fake.
It's fake.
Fake news.
This is
Sits there
mind-blowing.
pretending he's some kind of sideman when he owned the whole of Endemol.
Oh, I'm just a
It's
sidekick
like
behind a
It's
desk.
like Taskmaster, isn't it?
The power behind the
Little
throne.
Alex Horne writes it and gets all the money.
I did. I did see Alex Horne in a corridor the other week. He was doing Celebrity Pointless, and I
Is
was
he
furious about that.
Is he little?
Well,
Greg
I was
just
walking down the
massive?
corridor and I saw
Greg is
my
really
colleague Mark was talking to somebody in the corridor, and it was a tall gentleman because Mark is a very tall gentleman. And as I walked past the and it was Alex Horne. I thought, oh,
Hello.
that's weird.
Hello.
That's freaked me out because, yeah, I thought you were tall even compared to 6'7"
yeah.
Mark. That's very weird. But Mark was already asking if he could be on Taskmaster, so I didn't get my chance to do that.
You'd be great on it.
I would.
The trouble
I
is
would.
you'd
I would either
really
be
good at it.
amazing or
Yeah.
terrible. I feel like I'd be a bit
Are you an
Victoria
angry
Coren
loser?
Mitchell.
Would you?
I'm very, very competitive. I watch Taskmaster with my parents, and we have to pause it after they announce each task and work out what the rules are and how I would bend them. I'm going to subvert this.
Well, on that note, the competitive note, Esther, you're the winner.
Yes! Finally! I've only played this 1,000 times. And I prepare so much. Finally, I've won something.
But it was very close. You were the loser, Riggs. Sorry about that. But,
It was basically the bonus points down to the way you say spatchcock.
Yeah.
when we realised that you were a fraud of a chef, it
I know.
just stopped recording points.
Honestly, I thought the mince pie. I thought I wouldn't even have to say
You didn't
anything.
even bake them yourself.
Yeah, that's a
Call
really good
yourself a
point,
chef?
too. Yeah.
I know. You didn't even bring some baked ones. I mean, to be fair, I did only tell you about this yesterday. But
Yeah, that's true.
that has been Comedy Arcade. Thank you so much for playing. Thank you to my listener.
And shout out to Dean Gaffney.
Shout out to Dean Gaffney.
Yeah,
We can't wait to see you marry Esther. And yeah.
I don't know if I want to marry him now. I want him spatchcocked.
I mean, that's quite different, I think. I don't
Live
know.
at the Apollo comedian threatens Dean Gaffney with spatchcocking.
It's a very medieval. It's actually what a musketeer would have done
Yeah.
See?
as a punishment.
Yeah.
See?
Right, we were all free to go. Let's get in the warm.
I'm wondering how to get to Long Buckby.
Oh yeah, I've been through there in a train. I think I got stuck there in a train once. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.